Hello, I stumbled in on my colleague who had a lot of work and activities or to-do list to track his progress. And when I stumbled in on him, this was what he was doing. On buy new PCs for the office, he would just type done, just like I have here, done, and conduct meetings with SAPA. He typed on done, channel energies to that was what he was doing. This done. And when I reached out, I said, what if you have 1,001 activities to track? Are you going to be doing it done and undone, typing in manually? I kind of suggested a way for him and showed him how to make use of checkboxes, so that he could reduce the time he was going to waste on this. So after doing that, I felt like let me make a video concerning these and then drop it up for you that is a newbie in the usage of Excel, so that you can learn as well and prevent yourself from doing the same thing my colleague was doing. So work with me as I show you how to make use of checkboxes in tracking the activities and also knowing the progress of activities you have or to-do list. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to delete this, and then if you don't have to insert checkboxes, you need a developer tab on your ribbon. If you don't have a developer tab on your ribbon, do not be afraid or do not worry. I'm going to show you how to insert a developer tab on your Excel ribbon. So on your Excel ribbon, if you don't know what Excel ribbon is, watch previous videos I've made on Excel background, its features, and code. So on your Excel ribbon, there is the Excel tab known as developer. If you don't have it, what you're going to do is right click on any of the tabs. Let me right click on review. And when you right click, you're going to see this. Next thing you're going to do for me is you click on customize ribbon. And when you do customize ribbon, a big flying out box will come out. And on this part, customize the ribbon on the right hand side, check for developer. And when you see developer, check the box for me. Check in the box and you click OK. And if you click OK, immediately you're going to be seeing the developer tab appear on your Excel ribbon. That is it. Developer tab now is on Excel ribbon. So with this developer tab, you can quickly insert text boxes. So I'm going to click outside, see my developer tab here, and I click on it. Yes. So on my developer tab clicked now, under controls categories or group here, category under this control, click on insert and then search for checkbox. You're going to see it here. So when you click on it, you're going to see your cursor on your Excel background turning into a plus or cross symbol. This is allowing you to draw in your cell where you want your checkbox to appear. So I'm going to draw this. I've done that. So I have my checkbox. Mind you, if I increase this and try to increase this, you're going to see that my checkbox has some text inside it. So what I'm going to do is what? To take off this text because I don't want it to be showing. So I'll click into it, holding down my shift key on my keyboard. I'll highlight this and then press backspace to remove. Once I am done with that, I press OK. So this is my checkbox. Look at where my checkbox is. It's not really aligned. It's not really positioned very well. So to position it or to move my checkbox around to wherever I want it to be, I'm going to be using my control key on my keyboard and then holding down on control key, I'll click on the checkbox. Once I have that checkbox clicked, I'll reposition the way I want it. I can move it anywhere I want. I can move it now to anywhere I want. To anywhere I want. So I'm going to put it this place. I'm going to put it here and then double click here just to position that very well. Sorry. Control, click on it. I'll position to the center. Having it positioned to the center now, I have just one checkbox, isn't it? So that is it. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to See, okay, I'm going to select this checkbox. You can check and uncheck, but I want to be able to have my checkbox from here to this place. What I'm going to do is I'll click on this place, use my right key on my keyboard, right arrow key. Once I point once, right arrow key, my shift on my keyboard, holding it down, and then I'll use my down arrow key on my keyboard to highlight these. Once I have it like highlighted, I'm going to press Ctrl D, Ctrl D, D for dog. And once I do that, I'm going to have all checkboxes put up on my to-do lists. Okay, so now with this, I can check and uncheck the ones I want to that I've done and the ones that are not undone. So there's something I want to show you. Something about this checkboxes is whenever you check it, there is something that actually happens, but you are not seeing it visibly. For us to see what happens, it's something like a boolean, data. If you check it, it will give you true. If you uncheck it, it will give you false. So to see, we are not seeing it here because we have not kind of linked these checkboxes to a cell. So let's see what happens whenever we check this checkbox, each of these checkbox for all these to-do lists. So I'm going to do that. To do that, I will try to link all these checkboxes that I have in a cell at is another cell in a column beside it. So to link it, hold your control. Remember, when you want to pick your checkbox and try to format or do something on it, make sure you hold control on your keyboard. I'll hold my control. Once I hold my control, this finger points out. I click on this. Having this clicked, I'm going to right click on it now and then go to format control. Watch what I'm doing. Format control, and then inside this allows you to do what? Format this checkbox. You can have it all unchecked, have it all checked, have it mixed, and also link it with what? A cell. So what I wanted to do is what? To link it with a cell. So when I click this, I click here. I want to see how it happens. Once I do that, I click here too and I say okay. Watch what happens. If I click this checkbox now, it gives me true. If I uncheck it now, it's going to give me false. That is a boolean data. Boolean data type. True, false. So I'll do that for the next one. Holding my control, I pick the next checkbox, right click on it, format control, link it with the next cell below. And once I do that, I click this and I say okay. And when I do that, see what happens. If I check true, uncheck false. The next one, same thing, hold on control, pick the checkbox, right click, format control, you understand? Pick this next cell, pick the next cell under, okay, and say okay. So do this for the remaining, do this for the remaining, do it for all. Once you do that, you do it for all. So like I told you, I say you should do it for all. I've had all these performed on all these on the column G here. So whenever I click on each, I have it changed. Whatever I have it here changed. So now, next thing I'm going to be teaching you is how to track the progress. How to do what? Track the progress. And there's a function to do that. So I want to be able to track the progress. So that function is going to be watch it. Okay, I'll press equal to on my keyboard. Okay, once I have that, I'll say count if, the count if and counter function. Count if. Okay, what am I counting if? I want to count if this comma is true. Watch what is happening. Okay, close the bracket, divide it with what? Counter. Counter, count A function. Count A, and what am I counting A? I'm counting what? The lists for me here. And once I have that, I close bracket, I press enter. So once I have that, this is already giving me a decimal number. So on my home tab, I come and change it to what? To percentage. Watch what is happening. So now it's on percentage. Is whenever I click any box, if I check all of them, it shows you what you have 100%. If I uncheck all, if you uncheck, if you just hover around it, play around it, you see what is happening. It's trying to help you track the progress. So to know any of the items or to-do list you have done, once you check it, the percentage will be increased. Once you check it, the percentage will be increased. Once you check, the percentage will be increased. Next thing I'm going to teach us is how to know, out of all these lists, how many is remaining. So there is a function for that. There's a particular function for that. I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So let me just say this is okay. Lists of activities, or let me just say activities remaining. Yes, activities remaining. So I have it, activities remaining, right? Okay. Let me wrap test here so that we can see this way. So let me put the activities remaining in red. Okay, let me just put it this way in an amber color. Okay, so there is a function to get that. To get that, I'm going to click on this cell here because I want to track it, the ones that is remaining. So clicking on this cell, I'm going to click on this function here, insert function. So watch what happens. A dialog box comes out. I'm going to search. The name of that function is filter. Filter. I'm going to filter through. Once I type filter, I click go. So this comes out. I click OK. So another dialog box comes out for you. Now I want to filter what is going to be my array. Here, look at this. What is going to be my array? My array is I want to find out these from these lists. Okay, from these lists. Okay, how many that is what? False. Which what? To what? These lists, okay, is equal to false. Because if I have anyone checked, it is true. That means I'm done with it. So then value, what will be my value? My value if empty, I'm going to put in a quotation, and then put in space. If it is empty, let it be empty. And I what? Click OK. Then that is it for that. Now I'm going to be able to be seeing how many of my activities that is left, that left what? Left undone, or activities that is remaining for me to do. So if you watch it, if I uncheck this, the activities left undone or remaining for me will increase. If let me just say I unchecked all, that I'm not done any one, you see that all the activities are left undone. When I do this, let me say I bought pieces for the offices. I've gone for a dinner date with my plum and I actually left early for that dinner date. You find out that it's just three things out of these 11 that was done, but I'm going to be having what? 8 remaining. So that's it for that. So if you find this video helpful, and always click subscribe, and then click the bell to be updated whenever new videos like this are posted. Stay. Thank you for watching.